you know, the Cliff Rock products have just been absolutely amazing and really a different type of way people do concrete, because we're actually using concrete as a substrate instead of a veneer. It is actually, the substrate is actually structure of the products that we're building. So here we have an actual fireplace, outdoor fireplace. This is awesome. Look, all the substrate is as strong as anything. In fact, we just actually molded these panels not even, gosh, I'm going to say a day ago, not even a day ago. Dude, is this easy to put together now? Now, how long did it take to put this together? Now, we have all the video, and I'll show that here in a little bit, kind of a speed up of how we did it. But I mean,
it took us about an hour to do. To piece it together, probably another hour, putting all the, you know, the heavy pieces up, inserting, then you do your flue, which can take a couple minutes to do. So, but
wait. An hour to put this. So what? 2 hours on the whole thing?
About 2 hours, yeah.
2 hours on the whole thing. Now, molding it probably took. Once you put everything in the molds, if you have all the molds, let's say you have an extra set of molds to do, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
It takes about a day to let them cure overnight.
Yeah.
Well, you guys poured them yesterday?
Yeah, most of them yesterday, yeah. I think one of them the day before.
Yeah, so you could actually pour the whole thing in one day.
If you have the molds, yeah.
Yep. One day, you could get it and store it inside your warehouse and actually pour the molds in here. The next day, pop it in here, here's what you have. In the video, it shows, you know, a little bit later, I'm going to show you kind of a speed up of how we do the whole thing. But this is beautiful. In fact, we can add colors to it. And you guys haven't even added the colors to this yet.
No, we're gonna
mud and do a little, you know, some of the holes, stuff like that. But the flue goes all the way to the top.
Yep.
The insert, how hard is the insert and kind of what does it take? What about money-wise? What are we looking at for an insert? I mean, they're on the internet all over the place.
Yep.
So we recommend a few of them.
This one we got. You can use whatever you want. This one's basically a 41 by 36. It's wood burning, or you can go with the gas punch out on the left side here. We'll open this up here.
You guys already ran some wood in there.
Yep, a bunch of wood.
Already got it burning.
So this is the one that we chose to go with. It's got an 8-inch interior flue with the 12-inch exterior. So it's double wall going up through the chimney there. And then your termination cap will depend on what you want to use. We've used stainless steel. You can end it with another cap up there. But this one ran us about $1,400 with the flue and the termination cap. So
how much worth of material we have? We have about a pallet and a few bags.
This is right around a pallet, if not a couple of bags short.
All right, so about a pallet of mix, and then this right here. So you have about, I'm going to say $4,500 of material around there.
Yeah, about that. Yeah.
Yeah, around $4,500. And I say materials because it depends on how much you paid for the panel mix, whether you got it on a discount or whether you got it, the shipping is different because everybody, you ship it to California, it costs a lot more. You ship it closer, it doesn't cost as much. So it could vary $200, $300 here or there. Either way, you're at about $400 to $4,500 in materials for this lone product. And that's awesome because if you can knock this out in a few days, labor, God, how many guys to put this all together?
The patching was done by mostly 2 of the guys, and then lifting it into place, that's where you'll come into a little bit. Took 4 or 5 of us lifting the middle piece here.
You know, I like that. I like that this is so heavy though.
Yeah, it supports everything up here, so obviously you need a structural. Up here, another 4 or 5 guys. So it's not light by any means.
Bring your friends.
It shouldn't be light though. So.
Well, that's cool. They could even get a bobcat, strap it up, or do whatever.
Yeah, we have no machines here.
Yeah, this is just
a couple guys.
All nothing but muscle. So we got a lot of beasts, man. They get in here and just do it. But this is awesome because it's really. I mean, what else do you do with real rock? You're going to run into a lot of them with block. I mean, Corey, you're a mason from the beginning, dude. Before you came to work with us, you're really good at mason. You used to build these.
Yeah.
So I mean, what was it? I mean, I used to build these. Me and my dad used to build these, and I mean, it would take us. I mean, I remember building a couple of these. It took us at least a week and a half.
Yeah, it takes quite a bit of work. And if you don't know what you're doing, especially with the fireboxes, you can run into some trouble.
Right. Now this is outdoor.
Yes.
I'm
all
sure.
Stainless steel.
Right. I'm sure you can do this indoor. Same type of thing. you know, of course the back's gonna be different thing. What's nice about this is you see it all the way around. Now, what is it? 3 feet going back. We got 5 foot high.
Yep.
And then another 3 feet up.
Another
3 foot
feet,
that way. So it's just squared out 3 feet.
Yep.
Pretty much the same. It's pretty nice. One thing I really like what Corey did, and Corey really was the one that really helped in the design of this. What he did is, and we all sat down and said, you know, we need to make sure that we don't have to make, you know, a lot of times we do this and the rocks don't match.
Yeah.
So in here, he made panels that actually match. There's a few are a little off, but they're pretty much almost exactly aligned, and that's what really makes it nice. And so you can texture this, and right now the mud is still wet from where they mudded it, but as that dries up and stuff, you can't even see that after a while. But look at that. Look at how it lines up. This rock, you know, just perfectly all the molds do. Same over here. Look how this is already drying up. You can see this was put on earlier, and it's already drying up pretty good. Dang, this is beautiful, man. I'll tell you what. The fact, the structure of this thing like that. Now, generally, what did you guys used to charge for an outdoor fireplace?
I mean, depending on size, but I guess something like this would probably be in the $9,000-$10,000.
Yeah. You know, and absolutely. And now you're looking at people that are easily getting 12 to 15 for this. I have a guy that gets 25 for this. But what's nice about it is you can add some amenities to it and really add on to it. Later on, we're going to come out with some other things like, you know, corbels and, you know, different mantles and stuff. We're going to add on some things that you can easily mold into. We even have some white cement coming out. That's a white panel mix that you can add those type of things to that. That's coming up here in the next month or so. So keep in touch. We're gonna try to really keep in touch more with people as far as doing this type of video chat and really showing what we're doing. On this side over here, I was going to say that you look how nice and thick and structural it is, but what's really nice about it is you can add benches onto this. And so we can add a couple more, you know, benches, just however size we want, bring a bench out and then make another one of those, and you mold it and put it in like that, and all of a sudden you have a bench going around it. And it really adds a whole dimension to it. You can even add a back. You can do a lot of things with it, you know what I mean?
Box, yeah.
So you could add a wood box to this, right? A wood box would be pretty simple to do. And that's nothing more than you getting a little creative, putting another top on it, you know, making, in fact, just make one of these, right? Pretty much just make one of those, put it over here, put another top on it, and put another one on the other side, and you got a wood box and things that you can do into that. So awesome, you guys did an awesome job. Listen, guys, stay in touch with us with all the new things we have. You subscribe to us on YouTube. We add new videos almost all the time. We have it in the last 3 or 4 months, and now we're adding a bunch of them. We're too busy out there making the videos, and then we got to come back and making them and add them and get them put in there. But we had several trainings where I had not even edited or had done anything with them. But all this new stuff is just kind of overwhelming us. We have a lot of new stuff coming in, and this right here is probably one of the best things that we've come up with so far with the panel mix. We have a lot of things in line, so be sure and keep in touch. Want to show us a little bit about the molds? Kind of tell us.
It's 3 molds for that, which is a 5x5, a 3x5, or I'm sorry, a 5x5, a 3x3, and a 1x7. And you're only gonna mold the 5x5 3 times, and the 3x3 4 times, and the 1x7 1 time. So it's not a whole lot of panels that you got to use to create it.
Yeah, not bad. So if you didn't get that, just rewind. Write it down slowly. But yeah, so that makes that all the panels, once you have them all put together, it's like Tinker Toys, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Just put them together, and you'll see on the short little quick kind of speed up video we're going to show you. Now, we're also going to make another video, which is an actual training video that will show this actual start to finish that you guys did. And so I'll kind of give you the highlights here in just a little bit. did a great job. Looks good. I'm excited about those things. We're actually going to do, we got 3 of them coming up in the training. No, 2 of them. 2 of them in the training. So pretty exciting.
Absolutely.
All right, good job. Anything else we need to bring up, the stuff that we're doing? The countertops, we haven't even talked about those in any of the videos. And we'll show you some stuff on the countertops. But they've been a real big hit. Almost every single training, everyone comes out different. Corey comes out with a swirl mix in there, an ice cream mix, and different ones. And every single countertop seems to come out just spectacular.
They're always different.
Isn't it?
For sure.
So let's see how it takes this. And this is a brand new. Pretty tough stuff. So now, I'm not going to put everything into it. I think if I did, I might be able to crack it or break it. But it's not going to really do it. It's you know, when you get your full, you have how many panels are 24-day cure? Some really strong 24 long. Been there a while. So those ones I can give a hole. I can just hit really hard. And against the wall. Want to go against the wall over there? Let's go over there. I'll take the sledge all the way over there, and let's see if we can break a panel. Okay? And that's 29-day cure panel. You can see how strong that thing is. It didn't even crack it. It chipped it a little bit, but that's some seriously strong concrete. You can do that too, and nothing happens to it. So
how thick is that?
you know, it's not. Let's see what thick. That's not even as thick as those other ones. Our fireplace is way thicker than this. So look at the thick. Look how thick this is. Good thing to bring up, Ben. Look how thin this is. Okay, so we're not talking that super thick. When you get to the fireplace panels, I mean, that bad boy's thick. So once you get into that full cure, man, that bad boy's gonna be there. So what do we got here? Oh, this is a rapid set one?
This is rapid.
So we don't even know, right?
We don't even know. Haven't done it yet.
All rapid set, 100%. So a lot of dealers say, you know, Dave, you can make a waterfall out of rapid set. And it has some products in there that are not real friendly with water. But let's see how strong it is. And we got a 29-day cure on a lot of these. You know, really, we want to see what's the difference? Does it really stand up? Let's see. Sorry about that. Good night. Rapid set. I thought it was like 10,000 PSI and all that good stuff. Let's see. What about against the ground? Let's see if it breaks. Oh my, not good at all. Rapid set, Home Depot. Cheap. It's cheaper, but it certainly is cheaper. So I should have had Hercules do that. I got my Hercules guy over here. I was gonna have him do it, but come on, go beat it up again, bro. Come on, just beat that stuff. Come on, just beat the rapid set up. Come on.
You don't even got it.
There you go, look at it. Easier, but I'm going to tell kind of some experiences that I've had with it. Okay, so yeah, you know, a lot of our dealership says, well, you know, gosh, we use the molds, and shoot, this stuff's only what, $30 a bag around there. Might as well use this instead of having to pay more for the panel mix that Montoya and you know, the StoneMaker company or Concrete Developments uses with this right here. So if you're using the Cliff Rock product, you could say, well, I can use this and I can achieve the same thing. The problem that we're having with this is that this stuff here does not work good with polymetric concrete. And when you have polys and polymetric, and remember we have 3 kinds of fiber in there. You have AR, you have the polyfiber, the non-alkaline fiber in there, and that is great. It gives us about 1,680 in flexural strength. This has almost no flexural strength. You know, because you really don't have any fiber or anything like that. It's really not made for that. It's a whole, you know, it's a non-shrink grout is what it is. It sets real quick. You know, for anchoring things. It's made for, you know, a little bit of concrete repair, and it does. If you're gonna do concrete report, even color's different, and a lot of times it doesn't bond to the existing concrete. That's kind of what it's for, industrial grounding. You can do some casting with it, but the problem with casting with it is that it's not real strong. If you're using our stuff for structural looking. We're using a fireplace. If you're making a fireplace out of this thing here, you certainly don't, you need structural strength because you have all that weight that you're holding up. Or if you have a countertop and you have the substrate has to be, you have to have that really good solid product that we have. And I don't want to go into all the details. We know that our stuff is ridiculously strong, especially when you thicken that stuff up just a little bit. But as I showed you earlier, we got a sledgehammer and made a panel that was a 29-day cure rapid set panel, and it just busted all to heck. One easy hit, and you can do it yourself. Make one up, try it out, and then hit yourself. We have had actual people that have called us, and one of our dealers went and said, hey, heck, well, I don't got to buy the panel mix. Use the rapid set, maybe cut some of the stuff together, made it, just trying to save a little bucks. And what happens is just trying to save a little money. So they had a kid that was up on the waterfall, fell through the waterfall, fell right in the middle, thing cracked, broke, he went right through. Now you'll see our waterfalls when they're done, it's not even a full cure, and you'll see 20 guys stand up on top of the waterfall because we have a really incredible product. So look guys, I wish we could give it to you as cheap as this stuff is here, but we just can't. It's just that good of a product. You want the best, then just pay for the best and give your customers the best. Or don't call yourself a StoneMaker dealer or even a Cliff Rock dealer if you're going to be using this stuff here. Call yourself a Cemental, a rapid set dealer, and then just see what you get. I mean, it has its own things as far as water goes and the durability inside water and that type of things like that. I don't know all of it, but I've just seen in our own experience has been that it has not held up really well at all. And so, look, our stuff, we know what it does. It's polymetric. It's just, it's a double monomer polymer. There's just a lot of things in there that we have that are totally different. I believe we really have one of the best GFRC products on the planet. And, of course, we've spent a lot of money, a lot of time, a lot of effort, and a lot of research developing the product. And we think it's just one of the best products. And we've done so many things with it. And for you to go and get a product like this and try to do the things we do with it, just do it on your own, but please don't tie us into it. If you got to do that and you got to do it cheaper, please, don't tie us into it. We're trying to do the best we can to really create the best products we can, and that's what our product does. And so, if you want to save a few bucks, go for it. Here it is, Cemental. You go to Home Depot, I think they have it at Lowe's, but I don't know. It has its uses, certainly not for making waterfalls, and certainly not for any of the structural stuff such as fireplaces or fire pits or even, what does it say? If you look in the back here when it talks about heat, just you put any heat on this thing at all, it's not good at all. It even says it in there. You get up over 300 degrees and we got an issue. One thing I want to talk about, some of the question and answers that I get all the time, and that is whether it be the wall builder, how we put it in, how we're making the walls, all of these things. One of the biggest things that I get a lot, and that is the temperatures. Whether we're building a wall and they have an issue with the temperature. It's 90 degrees, it's 100 degrees and stuff like that. Yep. And I know you go out and you've helped a lot of these guys. Stuff like
I'd say accelerators, retardants are underused in my opinion. Hot weather, high humidity, you should be putting a retardant in there. If you're working in cold weather, when it's, I'd put it at 45 and below. Accelerators to get that cure to hit before it freezes is crucial to the integrity of the wall. So those are two big balances, and then just knowing when to hydrate your mix is another big key.
Wow, that's something that we all forget. Every time, let's say you're getting a Bobcat and you're getting each load, we always forget, oh, hey, you can tell though, the mix starts really getting dry, and a lot of times you'll be in a training, he'll be on the wall and he'll go, hey, got to add some, got to do that water. Because I forget it all the time, and they'll be there mixing, they're dealing with it. I'm just maybe on the Bobcat or we're not watching it, and we got to add that water. Maybe every 2 loads or every load, a gallon, 2 gallons, 3 gallons, and it keeps it consistent, especially when it's drying out.
Yeah, if it's too dry, you're going to, it stacks a lot faster because it's dry, but then you're creating a lot more voids in your wall. So you get taller and taller, the more voids you have, it's going to want to fall on you, and you're going to be working backwards.
Right.
So working with a wet mix is going to be, very important. So hydrating, very crucial.
I think one of the biggest things with the walls, and I think you've said it before, and that is that you know, when we're doing walls, the biggest thing about them, and a lot of people don't like the walls, is because it's work. It's a lot of work, and you've got to follow through. But once the hour of solid work, it's like a workout. You can't just stop. Everybody wants to just pace themselves. With this one here, you got to be on it, and you got to follow all the way through. Because remember, however you leave the concrete,
it stays that way.
it stays that way. That's right, exactly right.
Yep.
All right, man. Well, listen, thanks a lot, Corey. We'll be
Absolutely.
back again to see him and get him going. I know you're on vacation this week, but be back to training next week. We've got back to back in Orlando trainings, and so we're excited about it. You guys, hey, listen, tie-in, call the office, ask Mike or Steve about the outdoor fireplaces. It's a very big thing, and it's pretty big, isn't it? Look, that thing was like 10 foot tall?
A little over 8 feet.
It's 8 foot tall?
A little over 8 feet.
Tall, man. That's a big structure, and it's very out there. When people see that, they're like, man, I got to have that. But when you put it in a setting, a backyard changes, a patio changes when you have a setting like that. So call in, and let's get you one of these out so you can start doing these things. All right? Take care. Be at the end of like 3 trainings out here in Ocala, Florida. We have already finished probably 3 waterfalls, 2 outdoor kitchens with pergolas, I'm going to say patios, at least 7 fire pits, and the modular system has just been the star of the show. Also, the cliff rock. We had just attached just not too long ago, and we just put plastic in between the 2 tops, put panels around here, and the pump sits down in there. And the reason you put plastic so it never sticks to the concrete to concrete. So you can pull that off, then you fill the plastic when you have a cover that conforms exactly to how the top or the sides of the pump cover. So it's a really nice pump cover, and of course underneath you cut underneath it so the water goes underneath. You can put a screen even in there, and so that in case leaves or stuff get in there. There's a lot of things you can do with this, but customizing. Lord, this was nothing in this backyard until we brought this waterfall.
What artist you are, and I thank you so much. This is awesome. Hey.
Here we go.
All your voids now in the black, that kind of